Well, hello everyone, it's Anna Olsen here, and I'm thrilled to be making another recipe for El Gourmet. Now, El Gourmet viewers from Mexico picked this recipe as their choice for me to make, Jericaja. Now, what I've learned is this is different than a traditional flan. It's about burning the milk, not burning the sugar. So let me get right to it. I've noticed there are a lot of slight differences to Jericaja recipes, one to the other. Most focus on using whole milk, and I have a cup and a half in my pot already. And when I was playing with the recipes, I liked using the evaporated milk. So it keeps the fat content low, but it does have a richness to it. So both of these are in my pot. For a little flavor, I'm going to add cinnamon stick. This seems to be common in every recipe I've seen. And I found for me to get even a hint of flavor, I need 2 sticks. I'll also add half of my sugar. So this is 50 grams of sugar that I'll add to the pot, and I'm saving the other 50 grams for when I mix my eggs. And I'll let this simmer for about 15 minutes. You can stir it once or twice to make sure the sugar is fully dissolved, but really it's to draw out the flavor from the cinnamon into the milk. Jericaja is a dessert that happened by accident, and it was just fascinating to read about the story, to find out at an orphanage in the province of Jalisco, a nun was making a simple custard dessert and left it in the oven by accident. So the milk burned on top, and of course you can't waste food, but turns out it was a better dessert than she first intended. I love a story like that. Sometimes accidents do make the best desserts. While the milk's heating, I'll get my eggs ready. I find that 1 whole egg and 2 egg yolks is perfect. I have my remaining bit of sugar and then vanilla, and I'll whisk those together. And how's my milk doing? Oh, it's steaming, it's almost simmering. I'll take it off the heat. And because I have some sugar mixed with my eggs to protect it, I don't have to let this milk cool, but I do want to pull out the cinnamon sticks. Now I'll pour this in slowly while whisking. Now you can see there are quite a few bubbles on the surface of the custard. So I'm going to strain this to get rid of some of the bubbles, and then I'll just use a spoon to pull away the rest. You need to get rid of those little air bubbles or your custards won't brown properly. All right, now I'm gonna pour this into my baking dishes. The Jericaja are going under the broiler after they bake, so keep that in mind. Like most custards, you need a water bath. So I've got my tea kettle boiling, and I'll pour in hot water around the custards. Now, to set the custards, they have to bake gently at first. So the water protects them, and they take about 30 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit. So that's 180 Celsius. And after they're set, then comes the broiler. Now that my custards are out of the oven, you can see that they still have a jiggle to them, but they are actually set. So you can just leave them out of the oven, but still in the water bath while you preheat your broiler. It's burning the milk on the surface of the custards, but you get a distinctive burnt milk aroma and flavor that is so key to Jericaja. All right, in they go. Make sure when you've got your custards in the broiler, do not walk away. They could take 90 seconds, they could take 3 minutes, but they go from not cooked to burning so quickly. And here they are. Look at that coloring. And yes, you actually want them to get this dark, I've learned. Now what I'll do is let these cool in the water just for a few minutes so they're easier to handle. Take them out, let them cool to room temperature. And now, actually, I'd like to hear from you. Do you prefer enjoying your Jericaja still warm, at room temperature, or chilled? I'm gonna let you decide how you want to serve it from here. Personally, I like a chilled custard, so I'll make sure I pop these in the fridge once they've cooled. And these are ready to enjoy. I can understand why a simple custard like this is such a comfort food. You know, this isn't the only Mexican dessert I've tried making. You voted for capirotada last year, and I made that beautiful syrup spiced bread pudding with the peanuts and the cheese. I'd never had anything like it. I think I will always now make a custard with the addition of a little cinnamon to it. It's been such a pleasure to get to know such a beloved dessert of Mexico and of Jalisco specifically. I thank you so much for sharing this recipe.